In the world of solo raiding, legends are born, and few have burned as brightly as the Mage. From the scorched halls of Firelands in Cataclysm to the storm-laden spires of the Throne of Thunder in Mists of Pandaria, Mages carved their name into raid history. Time and again, they proved that when it comes to taking on bosses solo, raw power, cunning, and a touch of frost could conquer the impossible. Mirror Image, a spell that let a single mage summon an army of illusionary duplicates, turning deadly encounters into chaotic fireworks displays. Ice Block, the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card, freezing death itself in place while you healed, repositioned, or just watched your enemies flounder in frustration. And let's not forget the burst damage that could melt health bars faster than a summer sun on the icy peaks of Northrend. But that was then. The game has evolved. New expansions, new mechanics, and relentless power creep have shifted the landscape. Are those once mighty solo raid advantages still enough to dominate? Or has the Mage's crown slipped to new challengers? Stay tuned, because we're about to dive into the rise, the reign, and the resilience of Frost, Fire, and Arcane in the ever-changing world of solo raids. Time doesn't just march forward, it reshapes everything in its path. And for Mages, the sands of change have been relentless. In the past, soloing old raid content meant leaning on raw numbers, burst damage that could melt bosses in moments, and survival tools that made you nearly untouchable. But today, level scaling and stat squishes have rewritten the rulebook. Health pools are lower, damage numbers are tempered, and suddenly, bosses that once fell to a well-timed ice block or arcane barrage aren't quite the cakewalk they used to be. Then came Dragonflight, bringing a fresh talent tree overhaul and a careful pruning of abilities. Some old staples that made mages kings of solo content: spammable nukes, constant crowd control, layered survivability, have been streamlined. Talents now demand smarter rotations, more precise cooldown management, and yes, a little humility. But don't think the mage is powerless. While survivability may not feel as godlike as in Cataclysm or MoP, clever use of Frost's slowing effects, Fire's high-burst windows, and Arcane's mobility still let a skilled player carve through legacy raids. Damage output is more measured, but that precision can make up for raw numbers, especially against bosses that punish recklessness. In other words, the crown hasn't been entirely lost, it's just been refined. Soloing old content today is less about brute force and more about knowing every cooldown, every mechanic, and every moment to strike. And so, the legacy of the Mage endures. From the blazing fury of Firelands, to the echoing halls of Icecrown, to the chaotic skies of the Legion's final stand, Mages have stood the test of time. They've been gods of burst, masters of control, and survivors against impossible odds. But the age of easy dominance has faded. Level squishes, talent overhauls, and shifting systems have turned old triumphs into new trials. And yet, when the frost clears and the embers die out, one truth remains: the Mage still stands. Because the power of the Mage was never just in the numbers. It's in the timing, the clutch ice block, the last-second blink, the perfectly aligned combustion that brings a raid boss crashing down. It's about knowing your craft, mastering it, and wielding it like a weapon of will. So if you're out there, staring up at the towering bosses of old content, remember, you're not just revisiting history, you're rewriting it. One spell, one cooldown, one victory at a time. This has been the Reign of Frost, Mage's legacy in solo raids. If you enjoyed the journey, leave a like, share your favorite solo moments in the comments, and subscribe for more deep dives into the legends of Azeroth. Until next time, stay frosty.